Welcome back. The Magic take home the win over the Utah Jazz 115 to 113. And man, while that game was great, I don't think I could take many of those throughout the year, especially after going through the Lakers game just a couple days ago. This one was somehow even worse. A roller coaster of emotions like that is probably not good for my heart. So yeah, just ease out on those a little bit. But yes, a shorthanded Magic takes home the victory after seeing a couple injuries today, unfortunately. Initially, today's game, the Magic starting lineup was supposed to be the same, but closer to tip-off, we did hear that Markelle Fultz had some knee swelling and had to miss tonight's game. So right away, we already were missing him, which then Gary Harris would step into the starting lineup. But then at halftime, we actually heard that Gary Harris would end up missing the rest of the game due to a groin strain. And then sadly, the most unfortunate and brutal one comes right at the end of the game. Wendell Carter falls and hits his hand. He holds it and goes straight to the locker room. We unfortunately did get confirmation of what the injury was. He did end up fracturing his left hand and will be reevaluated on what they're going to decide once they go back to Orlando. And sadly, the history of this injury does tell us that it could be a 4 to 6 week recovery time. So prayers to him. Hopefully he is okay. And it kind of puts a bittersweet ending to this game because as much as people, talk about him, he is a big piece to this team. We do need him, and like we have games coming up where we will need him, especially coming up this Saturday versus the Lakers. We have to take on Anthony Davis again. So with him potentially missing an extended period of time, I think that's when we really gonna notice how much he is important to this team and how much we feel him. And tonight I think he played really well. 14 points, 10 rebounds. He hit 3 of 6 from 3, so that was really big for us. The fact that we were missing Gary Harris tonight, that takes a big hit in our shooting, so him kind of stepping up and, providing some much needed 3-point shooting is big. Also stepping up tonight, Jalen Suggs did step into the starting point guard duties with Markelle Fultz being out, and he continues to shine in his role of being the hustle man. 4 steals tonight. First of all, I think we had 16 steals as a team tonight, so that was amazing. I know I preach about this all the time, but this defense is actually special. They are just so pesky and active all the time. They always read passing lanes. They fight. They jump for out of bouncer balls. So many of the guys on our team will be diving to the floor and fight for a jump ball. And I think that's just my favorite part about this team, that they have this skill set, because it's something that really a team that relies on shooting, they have shooting off nights. If you have no defense, you're gonna struggle. But defense is consistent. A lot of defense is mental, so it's you can have mental error, but most of the time, if you just have hustle and you buy into it, you're just gonna succeed. While I have my gripes about the offense being on and off a lot, the defense is always there, especially when Jalen is on the floor or Jonathan Isaac, who tonight was just another amazing performance off the bench. Only 12 minutes tonight, he had 1 steal and 3 blocks. My one little problem with Isaac is I think he just needs to calm down on the threes a little bit. He airballs a lot of them, and I'm gonna be honest, he either airballs them or makes them. There's really no ever in between where at least bounces off the rim. I don't know what's going on with the shot. I don't know if it's the arc he puts, I don't know, but he airballs it way too consistently for it to be a shot that he consistently looks to. And I think it could be lack of play time, getting I don't know, but it happens a lot, and if you watch, you'll see it. I know I talked about players stepping up tonight, but I don't think anyone stepped up more tonight than Anthony Black. 30 minutes before tip-off tonight, I think everyone assumed that everyone was going to be playing and healthy tonight, and then he gets a bombshell dropped in, and Markelle is going to be out, and later in the game, he gets Gary Harris is out. So then he's kind of forced into this role of getting minutes now. He stepped in today and played 15 minutes, got 9 points, 3 rebounds, an assist, and 2 steals. He even shot perfect from the field. He had a pretty big and one in the clutch of the game, I believe. The fact that he was just thrown into those clutch time minutes at this randomly, his first real NBA minutes of a game. He had the blowout minutes in Houston, but he was in there for the gritty part of the game. And in the late game situation, when Wendell actually got injured, it was actually after a rebound. Wendell came down with the rebound and they fouled because they had to force the free throws. Unfortunately though, with Wendell's injury, he had to leave the game, so Anthony Black came in. The coach of the Jazz was able to pick who shot the free throws, and he obviously went with the rookie. Now he unfortunately did miss one, but with all the pressure on the line, he did put us up 2, which at least securing us into a situation where we can just focus on the 3 at coming out of the timeout. The 2 we could give up to go into overtime, but if he misses both, a 2 and 3 are just as dangerous to us in that situation. So he actually helped us a lot with that. Yeah, to shout out to him, he made some big plays. And then we had our big 3 tonight combining for 69 points. And Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, and Cole Anthony. Cole comes off the bench and yet another amazing night. He did play 30 minutes, which he pretty much got the starter minutes. He had 18, 7, and 7 with even 2 steals. He shot 50% from the field, 50% from 3, even 100% from the free throw line. So efficiency was there. A quick thing on the free throws, I talked about them last game being that they need to be better with their free throw shooting. They went a lot tonight, and they actually hit 75% of them, and a lot of the guys stepped up and did their thing. So shout out to them tonight for making that improvement. But back to Cole, he just continues to be the ultimate spark plug of this team, and it just feels like every year he's gotten better, but like the defense is getting better. He makes the right reads and smart plays. The shot making's been there. He takes his shot. He can get to a shot pretty easily. And man, we knew that contract looked like a steal when he signed it before the season, but like after seeing his production rate going into this season, like that contract is like twice as insane now. Now let's get into the stars of this team, Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero. First off, Franz Wagner, absolutely great tonight. 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 steals on him as well. The efficiency not is what we're used to, but he came in and made timely shots as always. And he made some pretty, Franz Wagner style tough layups at the end of the game that were pretty impressive. But yeah, I know we're having conversations about our stars, wanting them to step up and, take a game over for us and win it. And I think that's what we got here tonight. But yeah, this Utah team fought. It was like a game of like miniature runs. I don't know. No one ever like really pulled away for a long time, but they were great. But down the stretch, our guys stepped up. We almost let it slip. It was very scary for that timeout that we were waiting, because I'm telling you, when Laurie came down and hit that shot to take the lead, my gut was like, it was gone. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we had like 19 seconds left to score, down 1, so anything would have put us up. The vibes of the game just felt shifted into Utah's favor. Like the crowd was in their favor, obviously. Yeah, and it just felt, the vibes were like, okay, like this is not gonna go our way right here. And fortunately, we have this young star in our team. I think his name is Paolo Banchero. I think he said it perfectly in his interview. He said, rough start, so what? This is what I do. And did he do it tonight? Paolo Banchero, have yourself a game. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. But actually amazing efficiency, 70% from the field, 50% from 3. He went to the free throw line 15 times and knocked down what? 73% of them, 11 for 15. So after last game's 4 of 8, huge improvements all around from what we've seen previously. Hopefully this Utah crowd just unlocked it for the rest of the season. But let's talk about it. Going into the timeout, down 1 with I believe 17-ish seconds on the clock. It looked like the play was drawn out to get Paolo at the top of the key by himself with John Collins on the matchup. But he gets the ISO on him and takes it straight at him, actually going with his left, and makes it a very tough layup. But he does make it, and we take the lead going up 1. Now Utah does take the timeout then, and I'm telling you, my heart was not done there. It was very relieved, but I'm like, okay, like there's a lot of time left. I believe like 13 seconds. Like we just need 1 stop. I knew that our lineup would be insane defensively. I knew we would have like Suggs, Anthony Black, Jonathan Isaac. We do get to stop, which then leads into Anthony Black's free throws, which now we are back into another situation where like 1.2 seconds left. They have the ball down at their end. They have to inbound it, and we come through. We get the steal, and like, bro, like the sigh of relief I had was just, it felt great. Gave me very like flashbacks to last year's game versus Atlanta when Markelle came down and hit the layup with 2 seconds left, and we ended up fouling, I believe, like DeJounte Murray on the other end, and he hit the 2 free throws, and it was like I wanted to like celebrate Markelle's game winner, and it was like taken away from us. So I'm very glad that tonight was a different story, and that we're actually able to appreciate the Paolo Banchero performance and the shot to win the game now that he actually won the game. And yeah, it would just kill me to like have that all thrown away because we ended up losing. But yes, we got the win. It feels great. We're back up above 500, 3-2. Next game is back in Orlando versus the Lakers. Now we're a little worried about going into that game. I'm not gonna lie, with all these news about injuries, it is a little worrying, but we know that they're going to fight no matter what. Hopefully them losing to the Lakers previously in the week will fuel them even more. But yeah, this is a be a fun game. We're finally back home, so hopefully we can outgain some momentum at home. But with that, let me know how you're feeling. What was your favorite part of today's game? Who was the biggest player that stepped up tonight? How are you feeling going into the Lakers game on Saturday? And yeah, I enjoy reading all the comments, so feel free to say, ask, whatever you want. But on that note, guys, the Magic win. It's a great day. And with that, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.